It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. We've seen some really solid play from this Bucks team recently. The game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. And tonight, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's decide on a nickname once and for all. Big fella, you going with the alphabet or the Greek freak?
Greek freak is catchier, but as he gets better, he'll become a super freak, like my main man Joel from high school.
Yes.
He was a freak.
Yes. He may soon be calling him the perennial MVP.
I think Greek freak has a better ring to it.
Yeah, I do too. But if you think, a lot of teams passed on this guy. I know what they're saying to themselves. You know what they're calling themselves? Dummies.
Oh,
That's a good one.
that was quick. And now we go to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
On the floor for the visiting Milwaukee Bucks. At point guard, Matthew Dellavedova. At center, John Henson. At the other guard position, Malcolm Brogdon. At power forward, LaMarcus Aldridge. At the other forward position, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The head coach of the visiting team is Mike Budenholzer. And now your Charlotte Hornets starting five. At point guard, standing 6'2", number 4, Devontae Graham. At the other guard position, at 6'3", number 1, MyLeague Monk. At the power forward position, at 7'0", number 44, Frank Kaminsky. The other forward, standing 6'8", number 5, Nicholas Batum. Starting at center, standing 6'11", number 41, Willie Hernangomez. A head coach for your team, your Charlotte Hornets.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Milwaukee Bucks today. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Guys, the injury to Jeremy Lamb, that's the story here. He is out.
Yeah, and since last game, when we saw him leave with that injury, the news appears to have gone from bad to worse. I mean, they're going to have to make do without this young man for a long time.
Nice clean game, huh?
Tip-off goes to Charlotte. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Bucks, we've got LaMarcus Aldridge, Malcolm Brogdon out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then it's John Henson, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Monk. Makes it off the glass. Monk's got the first points up on the board here for the Hornets. Clark, plenty of speed and explosiveness on display tonight. When you widen your lens a little bit, how do you think athleticism in this league has changed throughout the years?
Boy, it has grown exponentially, Kevin. When you think about the advanced training methods, the knowledge around nutrition and rest and strength training, so beneficial to the athleticism that we see in the league. As a matter of fact, I question whether or not I would be able to play in this day and age based on the athleticism I had back in the 80s. I would have to really embrace that fitness and strength training to another level to play today.
Oh, I think you would have played in any era and been just fine.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm not so sure, though. These guys get after it. They're bigger, faster, and stronger than any players of any era to date. Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Batum. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Really amazing. Absolutely astonishing how accomplished Antetokounmpo is on defense. I mean, he's disruptive wherever he is on the floor defensively.
Now here's Kaminsky. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean
talk
that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, James Borrego had a few minutes to share with me. He said that interior presence is #1 on their list defensively. He told me that they have to make it difficult inside and close out the passing lanes to prevent easy looks in the paint. We'll see if that works for him, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Monk.
Malcolm Brogdon, the 36th pick in the 2016 draft, went on to win Rookie of the Year. I mean, that's the second time a player not taken in the first round received that award. The first time was back in 1957. Kevin, you probably know who that is because you may have even called one of his games.
No, I'm not that old, Clark. You sure you're not thinking of a game maybe you called back in the day? That free throw good from Brogdon. And you think about Brogdon slipping into the second round. Clark, what caused so many teams to pass on him?
Well, you know, in this day and age, Kevin, younger is deemed to be better, and if you've happened to be in college 4 or 5 years, you're looked at a little differently. He spent 5 years at Virginia, but to his credit, he got his bachelor's degree and a master's in public policy, so he's got great character and perseverance. Solid trip from the line right there, knocked him down, and it was easy.
Graham, the pass to Monk. Charlotte again missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Man, it's so good to see how Dellavedova plays to his strengths, guys. I mean, specifically, how he finds the open man. Nice.
Here's Graham, following the bucket by the Bucks. Teardrop shot. He lays it in. Graham's got 5 now.
Resplendent release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
Dellavedova kicks to Brogdon. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Now here's Monk, the fast break chance. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Henson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Henson, very skilled down low. At almost 7 feet tall, the defense cannot allow him to get deep position.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Outside, Batum. Kaminsky inside. Defended by Dellavedova. Here's Brogdon. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. And that one's good, Brogdon. Brogdon's got his second bucket of the game to go. Hornets trail by 3. The pass to Monk. A 3-ball. And again, the Hornets missing.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
Passes it to Aldridge. Back to Dellavedova. Up top, Henson. Hernan Gomez covering. Just 4 to shoot. The shot's good from Henson.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Graham. Defended by Dellavedova. Monk, no one around him. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He has 5.
Nothing quite as good as seeing Monk shoot that 3-ball. I mean, fantastic at measuring those long-range shots up and knocking them down.
Now, here's Brogdon. Turned in an outstanding game against San Antonio.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
You're exactly right, Greg. That's certainly in his range. Forget about the miss and get ready for the next one.
Here's Graham. Trailing by 2, and Henson sends it back.
Boy, I like seeing Henson make good use of that real reach of his to deny shots.
Six on the shot clock. Batum for 3. Unable to get that one. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Well, listen, they own the boards at both ends of the floor in that game, and that's what won it for them. Those extra possessions were invaluable.
Well, Greg, I think coming into the game, that's where they thought they had an advantage, and they did a great job exploiting it.
Here's Antetokounmpo. 29 points for him last game against San Antonio.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Now, here's Monk. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo, can't cash in from the high post. Here's Brogdon, and good that time. Brogdon's got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Down low. And there's Monk on the assist by Kaminsky. That's 7 points for Malik Monk. And the Bucks back in 2001, advancing to the conference finals in the subsequent 17 seasons, Clark. They've yet to win a playoff series. Is this the year?
Well, when you have a top-5 caliber player in Giannis Antetokounmpo, expectations rise, and you do have a better chance to advance in the playoffs. Earning a top seed, though, I think is important because that gives you home court advantage, which we know is helpful.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Kaminsky. Bridges, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Bacon subbed in for Monk. Graham with the ball. He has 5. He kicks to Zeller. And he gets it to go.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here's Connaughton. DiVincenzo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Clark, you were in Indiana after being drafted by the Pacers for a few seasons. Who are some of the more talented guys you played with there?
Well, Herb Williams, a teammate of mine at Ohio State, really outstanding big guy, mobile, could shoot it, excellent defender, shot blocker, and a high-quality guy. Vern Fleming was a guard that had size, excellent defender, driver of the ball. Wayman Tisdale, may he rest in peace. We lost Wayman a number of years ago to cancer. But really a gifted scorer. Steve Stepanovich, he and I both had to retire about the same time due to different knee trouble, and he was a rugged, mobile, good shooting big guy who I think would have continued to excel had he not had to retire.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And it's Graham missing. Milwaukee in the lead. Now here's Gay. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
And Gay is just so crafty inside, forcing the defense to hit him in the paint.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
First free throw is good. And the Charlotte Hornets last season was a roller coaster ride, even at the coaching spot.
Yeah, Steve Clifford, Kevin, had to take a medical leave of absence, and Steven Silas filled in, did the best he could, but the team failed to establish any real continuity. Hard. It's like having players injured all the time when you have that kind of disruption. And I think that was a big part of their struggles.
Rudy Gay hits them both.
And the thing about Rudy Gay, you never know when he's going to have a night where he just explodes. He's one of those guys that can just score in bunches.
Now here's Zeller. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Bacon. Shot clock at 5. Knocked loose, but they get it back. Bridges shot. Good.
You just can't teach that size. Bridges has the wingspan, those broad shoulders, just a tremendous rebounder for a wing.
The dish now to Gay. Graham with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Hey, once Kid Gilchrist gets some momentum, he zones in and zones out the defense, throwing it down.
DiVincenzo. Graham defending. Gay scanning before. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. And the Bucks lead by 2. Out to the right wing. Here's Bacon. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
All right, he's got to quit while he's ahead. He got away with it there, but the crossover usually gets him into a bit of trouble.
DiVincenzo. Graham defending. Pass to Ilyasova. Let's go. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
You know, Ilyasova, even when you hit him, this guy is so good at maintaining his poise and balance. Always under control.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Biombo, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. That free throw good from Ilyasova. And the Bucks with these great new facilities, a new coaching staff, a talented roster. What's the upside for this team, Clark?
I think, Kevin, a top 4 seed in the East is very much in the realm of possibility. They have quality players around Giannis, and in this league, you've got to have multiple stars to compete for titles. They're on their way. They're moving in the right direction.
Milwaukee with the ball. Following the score by Charlotte. And Ilyasova throws it down.
Well, I tell you something here now. Ilyasova has deceptive athleticism, and I think it catches defenders off guard because if he gets around that rim, he's ready and looking to throw it down.
Here's Bacon. And it's off the back rim, no good.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Here's Connaughton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Gay against Kid Gilchrist. Fades. He can't hit that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you've just got to man up and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness and pride inside.
Here's Gay following the score by Charlotte. Unloads from 13, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Bacon. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Here's Bridges. Sweet little floater. Bridges has got his second bucket.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
The pass to Gay. Shoots over Kid Gilchrist. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Malcolm Brogdon was the 2016-17 NBA Rookie of the Year. He spoke about Giannis Antetokounmpo and his willingness to listen and learn.
He's going to listen, whether you're giving him advice. Even as a rookie, he was listening, and I would listen to him, but he was actually, if I saw something as a point guard, he would actually listen to me and try it out the next play. And that's special. You don't have many guys at his status that are doing that.
Yeah, that's very rare indeed. Being a sponge early on and Greg soaking up new ways to expand your game is important.
Kevin, no question at all. Plus, the humility. Knowing your teammates can help you grow. Easy to see why they love him in Milwaukee.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Charlotte.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
We've got Bismack Biyombo, Michael Kidd Gilchrist out there with Bridges, and it's Bacon in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Gay against Kidd Gilchrist. 6 on the shot clock. From 18 feet away.
That's his first personal foul.
The Bucks trail. Here's Connaughton. No points in the game yet for him. DiVincenzo. Graham defending and stolen by Graham. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Now here's Gay. Ilyasova finds Gay. Sinks that one from the post. Gay's got his second basket of the night.
And really the strength of Gay is impressive. Easily bouncing off the defense while still finishing the shot.
Now Bridges. His last outing he had 8 points. Here's Bacon. A terrific shot on the turnaround. And the Hornets lead by 3. The Bucks shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking.
Boy, you look at Mike Budenholzer, and he's moved into a nice situation this offseason. Atlanta in rebuild mode, and the Milwaukee Bucks heading in the other direction. One of the best teams in the East. That's a good landing spot for Budenholzer.
And Graham throws it down hard.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And Budenholzer, well respected around the league, talk about what he brings now, Clark, to the Milwaukee Bucks, his new team.
Yeah, I think he brings a continuity offensively, ball movement and spacing, and a pretty good system defensively as well.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Now here is Della Vedova. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
And the Hornets with possession here. Following the 3 by Milwaukee. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. A solo fast break. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Shooting one.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. When it comes to initiating this play, Clark, for your month, who are the perimeter pick-and-roll ball handlers right now in the game?
Well, the guys that come to mind for me, Chris Paul is fantastic in the pick-and-roll. Damian Lillard is outstanding. James Harden. And I think Victor Oladipo is getting better. I mean, he's so good at finding seams and using his athleticism to get to the bucket, and he's really grown as a finisher. Kyrie Irving is just a terrific one-on-one player. Sometimes he doesn't even need the screen guy. He's so good with the ball. And obviously Steph Curry is in that category too.
Now here's Batum. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Atlanta. Monk, the pass to Kaminsky. Looking to end the run. Misses off the right iron. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. The kick out to Aldridge. Off target from outside. Hornets trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Kid Gilchrist against Antetokounmpo. Passes it to Kaminsky. Just 4 to shoot. Over Aldridge. Charlotte no good that time either. From the low block. And it's Antetokounmpo with the bucket inside. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bucks. Hornets have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Charlotte calls timeout.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
Charlotte making a switch here. Zeller's checked in.
A moment here to see the numbers for Brogdon. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Now here's Zeller. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. Clock is at 3. Shoots over Henson, and that misses badly. Air ball. On offense here, the Bucks. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Yep, that one goes. Now it's a 7-point Bucks lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Outside, Batum kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Kid Gilchrist, very good at absorbing contact while shooting, capable of muscling these tough shots up and in.
Outside Aldridge. Feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Kid Gilchrist, and that's good from Antetokounmpo on the assist by Aldridge.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
On the wing, Batum. Defended by Dellavedova. Here's Monk. And too long on the shot.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Dellavedova got a hand on it. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Nobody near Kid Gilchrist. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, Michael Kidd Gilchrist is an incredible athlete and lethal filling the lane in transition.
Dellavedova scanning the floor. With the floater. And Henson kicks to Aldridge. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And here's Batum. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Kaminsky. Oh, good on the triple. Bucks leading by 7. It's Brogdon on the wing. 11 points in the game. Nails the baby hook. Brogdon's got 5 points in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
You know, last year the Charlotte Hornets shot more free throws than any other team in the league. Yet they were one of the worst teams in the league at making them.
Charlotte calls timeout. And with the Hornets' poor free throw shooting, Clark, I suspect much of that had to do with Dwight Howard.
Yeah, most of the guys not named Howard hit their career averages or even improved. Shows the effect that just one guy can have on a team statistic, especially if he takes a big percentage of the free throws.
Hernangomez is checked in for Charlotte. Now, here's Batum. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
From 8, and he hits the jump shot.
Long and live, Batum gliding to the rim, a thing of beauty.
Dellavedova kicks to Aldridge. Pass to Brogdon. Now Henson. Outside, Antetokounmpo. In the corner, it's Brogdon. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Charlotte. 9-point game. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game, and that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Now, here's Monk. He has 7. To the inside, over Dellavedova, but they'll get another chance. Here's Hernangomez. The rebound by the Bucks. To the middle, here's Brogdon, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And you know, you can see in his eyes, he knows that is not a dunk he should have missed.
And Batum kicks to Monk. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Here's Hernangomez, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, we see a lot of rookies getting their first taste, Clark, of NBA action. What was the hardest part for you transitioning from the Big Ten to the NBA?
I think the speed of the game, the number of possessions. Again, with the 24-second clock going back to the 80s, there was no shot clock in college basketball. So you could drag it out and play walk-it-up basketball. In the NBA, you got to turn that thing over every 24 seconds. And that speed and those number of possessions, a lot to adjust to. And then everybody's strength and talent. That, too, was eye-opening and exciting, too, because I had realized a dream to be out there with those guys.
And smarter players, too, on that pro level.
Yeah, they know their stuff. I like to say when you get to the NBA, you're a PhD in hoops.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And, you know, the Bucks in recent seasons have employed an aggressive trapping style defensively. Diminishing returns, though, as the league has figured it out. Now they've gone back to the drawing board.
Hornets trail by 10. Graham with the ball. 13 points in the game. Inside, and he dunks it down.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And with the Bucks' length and athleticism, the pressure style of D made sense.
Yeah, you know, but when it broke down, Kevin, they gave up open threes in today's game. That's almost as bad as a layup.
Here's Connaughton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He kicks it to Gay. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And like watching Gay get aggressive with the defense, making them whack him there on the way up.
For Milwaukee, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. And the Charlotte Hornets once led the league in attendance for 8 consecutive seasons. Last year, they were toward the bottom in attendance.
Yeah, challenging road for Hornets fans. I mean, they've seen enough of rebuilding, and they really want that next step to be taken.
Shot by Zeller, no good.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Here's Graham. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. 1:22 left now here in the second. Shoots from 12. Bacon's shot is off. Bucks leading by 10. Gay passes to Connaughton. Drops in the layup for 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Last outing for Charlotte was a loss to the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
Clock at 6. Here's Graham. And the 3 off target.
Has not made another 3 since the one he drilled in the first, but still, you got to defend him from beyond the arc.
Hornets trail by 12. To the paint, here's Hernan Gomez, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one.
Boy, that sounded like Greg Anthony stealing a little bit of Kevin's thunder. I know this guy's hoping to rouse his teammates for sure with that one.
He is, and Greg sounded better saying it than I did. Here's Graham. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta. The pass to Bridges. From deep. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, I think our guys are committed on that end. Everybody's active, everybody's covering for each other, and we know how important it is.
Mike, we'll see if it continues in the next quarter. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. The second quarter was where they really opened things up. They were by far the stronger team both defensively and when they had the ball. Their 13-point halftime lead, no accident. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
Looking at Charlotte, Kenny, your thoughts?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Malcolm Brogdon really making a difference here.
And through the first two periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Milwaukee leading by 13, setting the floor for the Bucks. Aldridge out there with John Henson. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Dellavedova in at the 1. Batum with the steal. Pass to Graham. The shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. The three-pointer is right on target. Kaminsky's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Charlotte. Down low, here's Dellavedova. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Bucks lead by 12.
This is the kind of unselfishness you love seeing from Brogdon, making sure he gets it to the open man.
Graham dishes to Monk. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And so it's Charlotte with it after the basket by Milwaukee. And good that time. Monk's got 9 points.
And Monk has excellent timing on the catch and shoot. Takes no time in getting it off once he catches the ball. And you might have heard this story about Giannis growing a couple of inches since he was drafted, but how about the strength this kid has added? Under 200 pounds as a rook. He's added a good 35 pounds of muscle through his dedication in the weight room.
Here's Graham. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Now, here's Monk. He's guarded by Brogdon. Kaminsky misses.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And you talk about Antetokounmpo's strength, Clark. It serves him well with his attacking style.
No question about it, Kevin. I mean, he used to just try to blow by defenders. Now he'll go right through you. He'll get his weight into you, get you on your heels, and then with that unbelievable reach, you've got no chance.
Now Batum, after LaMarcus Aldridge's three-pointer that didn't go. Monk kicks to Hernangomez. Out to the wing. Tries it from 19. And it doesn't even draw iron.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And that one's good, Brogdon.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Charlotte calls timeout. And a season after he won the most improved player, Antetokounmpo, Clark, was a legit MVP contender.
No doubt about it. I think if the Bucks had been a top seed, perhaps he could have won it, although James Harden was phenomenal last season. The league has been put on notice. This is a guy who wouldn't surprise me at all if he became an MVP at some point in his career.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Batum attacking. 5 on the clock. Ball's knocked loose. Kaminsky, the pass to Graham. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Look at Milwaukee. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, Charlotte just way behind.
And when I look at Charlotte, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
And, you know, I don't think they need to wait for the offseason to start making some changes. I think they can start the rebuilding process right now.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Another shot. And it's Aldridge missing. Hornets trail by 16. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Clark, you look at the Bucks roster. What's the biggest area of need, in your opinion?
The question mark I see is the center position, Kevin. Thon Maker might have some upside and could very well fill that void, but they lack a presence in there now. Two.
The first free throw is good. Biyombo, he's checked in for Charlotte. No good on the second free throw. And even though he's still a young guy, Coach Borrego's seen how to do things the right way, Clark, under Coach Greg Popovich.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just another branch coming off the Popovich coaching tree. And, you know, his tenure, Borrego's tenure in Charlotte, I think will be interesting to watch, but he certainly has been well prepared for it.
Here's Graham, following the bucket by the Bucks. Now, here's Monk. 9 points in the game so far. Outside for Batum. Charlotte moving it around. Over onto Antetokounmpo. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. Bucks leading by 17. Pass to Brogdon. And he banks in the layup. Brogdon's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now, here's Monk. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Malik Monk, tremendous offensive promise, but the defense, Clark, the defense is still coming around.
Well, he was the 11th pick in the draft, Kevin, ahead of Donovan Mitchell. A lot of pressure on Monk to live up to his elite billing. The good news is, and I always say this, Kevin, young guys, you have to give them time to grow and develop. He's a clutch shooter. He's got good size. He's competitive. I think he's going to have a nice career in the NBA.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, Monk is so lethal and efficient as a scorer. I mean, great range, always hunting his shot. I'd like to see him work on his passing, but, man, he can put it in the basket.
And the Hornets making a change here. Kid Gilchrist is checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Tony Snell's checked in for John Henson. He hits both from the stripe. And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for Milwaukee. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. He was all alone on that one. Monk's got 14.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
There's the feed to Antetokounmpo. Back to Dellavedova. Pass to Brogdon. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Brogdon's got 9 points here in the second half. Hornets trail by 17. And Batum kicks to Biyombo. Dishes to Monk. Jacks up a 3. And it's the Hornets another 3.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Dellavedova finds Antetokounmpo. Aldridge down low. Kaminsky's there. And the turnover again by Milwaukee. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Wednesday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks.
And that game against the Warriors, this is what the fans have been wanting to see. 2 of the best teams in the league duking it out, and you know whoever gets the win is going to be viewed as the team to beat.
Now, here's Monk. He's got 17. Batum with the 3. Offensive rebound. Kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Clock at 6. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 8.
Got to do more to stop Kid Gilchrist. I mean, when he's cutting inside, he does a nice job fending off defenders.
The pass to Antetokounmpo. Yes, that goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 16 points.
And, you know, he is unafraid, Antetokounmpo. So good at measuring up the defense, sizing them up, and then keeping his focus.
To the wing on the left. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Monk.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Now here is Aldridge. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Dellavedova kicks to Snell. 14 feet away. Aldridge can't get it to go.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Batum scanning the floor. Passes it to Monk. Kaminsky with the ball. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Frank Kaminsky, for a guy who entered the league with great fanfare, Clark, he certainly had his ups and downs.
Yeah, it's been up and down, a little bumpy, but he was the National College Player of the Year, drafted in the top 10. He's got tremendous skill, good work ethic, and determination. Just has had a bit of a harder time matching up athletically.
And the first one drops.
Frank Kaminsky, a finesse 7-footer out of Wisconsin. A high skill level, but athletically at a disadvantage most nights.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Cody Zeller's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Bridges comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And Bacon subbed in for Nicholas Batum. And so he makes both from the line. And Kaminsky taken with the 9th pick of the 2015 draft. The Hornets were offered a king's ransom from Boston for the pick.
Yeah, I mean, the Celtics were after Justice Winslow. Offered 6 draft picks, including 4 first-rounders to move up. The Hornets weren't having it. And in hindsight, the Celtics are probably glad.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. 5th best, the Bucks.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
Bucks leading by 9 from 11 feet away. Nice spin off the left rim and in. He's got 5.
Dependable at moving the ball. It doesn't stick with him. Ilyasova is all about doing what's best for the team.
Monk dishes to Zeller. He kicks to Bridges. Softly drops in the floater. Bridges has got 6.
Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
The dish to Gay. Shoots a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Bucks lead by 12. Charlotte's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Over in the corner, Zeller. Now Bridges. 6 points for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bacon. Goes back up. No good there. The Bucks go the other way with it. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And so it's Charlotte with it after the basket by Milwaukee. Zeller against Ilyasova. Here's Bacon. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And I think these are the shots he's got to avoid taking. I mean, already struggling. He's not helping his team right now looking at those shots.
Inside and stolen by Zeller. Bridges passes to Bacon. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Bucks.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And the free throw, no good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Now, here's Bridges. 6 points for him. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hernan Gomez has got 10.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Dellavedova kicks to Ilyasova. Gay finds Snell. Back to Gay. 6 to shoot. Tries from 16, and that's good for 2. Gay's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And this is an area where Gay is especially dangerous. A terrific mid-range scorer.
To the middle, here's Monk. Bucket is good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. 10-point lead. Gay outside. And there's the call on Cody Zeller. And that'll be his third foul so far. Charlotte making a switch here. Graham's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. John Henson's checked in for Tony Snell. Milwaukee with the ball. Gay outside. Pass to Connaughton. 6 on the shot clock. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here is Monk. He's got 22. And the pass to Hernan Gomez. Puts up a 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action after this word. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Hornets trail by 10. Hernan Gomez out there with Cody Zeller. Then it's Bridges. And there's Monk. And it's Graham in at the point guard. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Cody Zeller, he's carved out a fine career for himself, Clark, but not quite what everyone expected.
Yeah, he was the 4th overall pick in the draft, Kevin, and he's got tremendous skill and athleticism, and he's plateaued a bit, but I think with bigger guys, you've got to look at a 5 to 6 year time horizon versus 3 or 4. He's a really good pick and roll player. He can run the floor and usually shoots a pretty high percentage.
And that one falls for Zeller. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
No good from Gay.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The shot by Monk is no good. Bucks leading by 9. Brogdon kicks to Dellavedova. Passes to Henson. Dellavedova finds Gay. Shoots from 12. 2 points. That one goes.
And Gay is smooth there on the dribble. Excels at slashing through the defense with those tight handles.
Feeds it to Monk. And Henson sends it back. And he's able to get it back. And yes, it's good. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Now, here's Brogdon. He's guarded closely. Dellavedova from outside. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. And the Bucks lead by 12. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Graham kicks to Monk. Shoots over Brogdon. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Bucks leading by 12. Dellavedova with the ball. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. 13 points for Gay.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Here's Graham. Defended by Dellavedova. Now, here's Monk. Kicks it to Bridges. Charlotte moving it around. 4 on the clock. The 3. The shot by Monk is no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now Gay. After the missed 3 from Malik Monk. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And Gay has a reliable jumper, outstanding at getting into a rhythm from here.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
To end the run. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Bucks leading by 16. Over in the corner, Dellavedova. Lets a floater go. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Monk kicks to Hernan Gomez. Henson against Bridges. The rebound by the Bucks. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. To the inside, Gay. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 4 assists in the game. Hornets trail by 18. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And here is Bridges. Defended by Henson. Bridges' shot, good.
You know, even though he's been on, they still are behind. I mean, there's only so much he can do.
Pass to Gay. And that one is off. And Charlotte will come the other way. Here's Graham. Defended by Dellavedova. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And here's the upcoming schedule for Charlotte. It'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming into town. And then on Friday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
And he makes the first. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for the Hornets. Batum comes in for Bridges. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Aldridge is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Dellavedova. Gay outside. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Yeah, and Gay can certainly slam it home. Got to keep this guy away from the rim or he's going to posterize you.
Graham kicks to Hernan Gomez. The pass to Monk. Now Graham from outside the arc. The rebound by Brogdon. Brogdon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he converts the layup. Brogdon's got 26 points.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Graham kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. In the corner, it's Monk. Shot on the wing, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Kaminsky is checked in for Monk. Giannis Antetokounmpo is checked in for the Bucks. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Kaminsky's got his 4th rebound in this one. Kid Gilchrist against Antetokounmpo, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And hate to make a mistake there, have to stay focused.
Greg, I think they're just giving the game to him at this point. Can't make those kinds of errors.
Now Dellavedova. He kicks to Henson. It's Brogdon on the wing. Kaminsky with the double team, and there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Kid Gilchrist against Antetokounmpo. Henson trying to break free. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Okay. Getting a little physical. I like that. I like that reference.
Yeah. And the basket by Kaminsky.
Good body control that time by Frank Kaminsky. Seems to me that he's got really good balance and rhythm when he's catching and shooting.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Graham with the ball, defended by Henson. Here's Hernan Gomez. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight. And no good. Great D that time from Batum. Hornets trail by 19. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Graham, the pass to Kid Gilchrist. Here's Graham, defended by Dellavedova. Just 5 on the clock. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Down low, and Aldridge slams it in.
And the unpredictable Dellavedova keeping the defense off balance there, especially in these pick and roll sets.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Kaminsky. Aldridge with some nice D.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. Matthew Dellavedova, 6'4" point guard out of Australia and Clark. He is tenacious.
Yeah, he really is, Kevin. He's one of those guys who just knows how to play. He's got one style, and it's aggressive and up into you, all out, all the time. You remember back in the 2015 finals, boy, he was a pest because of how hard he played.
That free throw, good from Dellavedova. We're hearing more players and coaches express their political beliefs, their social concerns, trying to, in a positive way, affect change, Clark.
And Kevin, I applaud it, respect it, admire it, and can't get enough of it. As long as players and coaches are well informed about that, which they talk about, and most of the NBA guys are. And I think it's important that wherever we are in life that we use our platforms to express our views. That's part of what being a citizen of this country is about. So I don't think you necessarily compartmentalize your life. If there are issues that are dear to you, that you want to speak out on and educate yourself about, then you use your platform for that purpose while performing your job, which just happens to be playing NBA basketball or coaching NBA basketball.
Here's Dellavedova following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Here's Antetokounmpo. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hornets trail by 20. Here's Graham. Passes it to Monk. Fires for three. The rebound by Brogdon. Brogdon's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kicks to Dellavedova. Pass to Aldridge. Mark, over your many years in the NBA, you've seen labor unrest, but per the most recent CBA, we have the potential for a decade-long stretch now of labor peace.
Yeah, and I think that's great for all sides. And you've got to recognize that some of the unrest in the past was really necessary to get to this place where we may have labor and league peace for the next decade. I mean, there's no justice without struggle. There's no smooth sailing without some bumpy sailing at times. So credit the league, the Players Association, and the players for getting to this place now where the league is doing well in all measures and the game is healthy and good. But that's a team effort by all involved.
Here's Dellavedova. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Batum with the steal. Pass to Monk. 1:36 left to play in the final quarter. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
And the Bucks with possession here. Here's Hernan Gomez. Nice D from Aldridge.
And, you know, that's an easy one. You can't miss these shots. Those are makeable shots, especially when the defense isn't on its game.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bucks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And talk about putting pressure on your opponent. Tonight's win will move their record to 2-0 in the season series with 2 left to be played against Charlotte.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And it's the Hornets ball. To the paint, here's Batum. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 15-6 run. Aldridge with it. Bridges covering. And that one's good by Aldridge.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
And, Greg, you know how hard it is to win on the road, but they seem to have this one firmly in control and have been very impressive today.
Here's Bacon. And the miss. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Rudy. Congrats on the win. What was working for you on offense tonight?
You know, I think our defense kind of got our offense into it. You know, we're that kind of team. Our defense makes our offense. We run the floor and we share the ball. So whenever we out there playing defense like we did today, we usually are in a good position.
Great performance tonight, Rudy. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.